So can I be sued for selling a copyright patented product if I purchased it?
Absolutely. I can sue you for any ridiculous reason I want to. The question really is, would that suit be successful or even sustained in court, or just kicked straight the hell out?
Copyrighted, patented, those are different things. Right. I think we're sort of, by putting the slash, they're saying that those are similar. And so there's some confusion there. So copyright, just as a high level, protects works of art that are fixed in a tangible means, something you can touch and feel, held and defined within a fixed manner. So you can look at it, listen to it, look at it all, and it's part of someone's own creation, right? But there's, on the patent side, we just talked about the big three requirements. It has to be unique, novel, non-obvious, and for utility patents, it has to have utility. So two separate things, two separate offices. The Library of Congress will register a copyright, and the United States Patent and Trademark Office will issue patents. So not the same thing. But if you're, let's talk about, I'll do patents. You can do that. So patent, if you sell a patented product, if it's enforceable, it is an infringement. That is one of the 4 rights you have as a patent holder, is you have the ability to exclude anyone else from making, using, selling, or importing your patented within the claim scope of rights. So even though someone bought a product, they do not have the right to resell or to sell it, make a profit from it. So that's my quick answer for that.
Yeah, absolutely. There are some cases where you can run into patent, just to continue a little bit with patents, like patent exhaustion, right? Meta-part cases and things like that, where it was decided that, well, you bought a product and then you rinsed it and sold it, or whatever, right? So it's another space where that can get a little confusing, but there's a similar concept then with copyright. And for a copyright, let's just call it a book. I went to the bookstore, I bought a book. That's a very old thing to say. I went to Amazon, I bought a book. And so now I own that book, that physical copy of that book. Now that's called the first sale doctrine. It's the same thing, really, right, functionally, but it's called the first sale doctrine. That is where the copyright holder's rights end. That's where they terminate. Once I sell you a book, I can buy it. I can sell it to JD. The copyright holder can't keep me from doing that.
Right.
Very near to that is the idea of derivatives. So if I take that book and I kind of make it into something else, and I could spend the rest of the day talking about, well, what do you mean by make it into something else, right? How many John Wick movies are there? So if I took the first John Wick movie and made John Wick 2 myself, that's going to be a derivative work. I'm not allowed to do that. But if I bought a copy of John Wick 1, I can sell that to JD. So I bought it, but because of the first sale doctrine, I can sell my copy. Now I don't have it anymore. JD has it. The copyright holder hasn't lost out on anything. They did sell a copy. They sold a copy of the book or copy, whatever it is. But I can't go and print multiples of them and start selling them to all my friends. That I can't do.
Right. Okay. That's the same for patents too. I think that's what you're saying about exhaustion. Like, if I invented this water bottle, it's patented, and I sell it to you, this one actual water bottle. The one.
That one.
You can actually turn around and sell this for whatever you want.
But I can't go make them anymore and start selling. Right. I can't
correct it. And that's why software, you rarely will buy software like Microsoft Outlook, right? It's a license, the EULA, right? The end user license agreement. I think probably for that reason, right? They don't want you to be able to sell it or have whatever rights. They want to be able to keep you paying the subscriptions because you're not actually buying the software.
Yeah, like Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word used to come on a CD. If anybody remembers, it's a CD. It's not a heart. It's a CD. It's round. I could sell JD that CD. Nobody can keep me from selling that CD. I now no longer have that copy of Word. JD has it.
Yep.
He's over there. JD has it. That works. And for a long time, it wasn't an issue because it all came on physical media. And that's just almost non-existent anymore. So you have to have end user licenses, software as a service. That's just the way. I mean, right now, if you want Word, it's a subscription, right? So They're selling subscriptions to the software. They just kind of changed the way that they provide that to you. And this is largely why.